New London High School in jeopardy of losing some federal funding.
Yeah, the school is not in compliance with federal rules concerning the needs of disabled students there. News 8's Tina Dettell on the scene at New London High with more on what's being done.
As you can see from this ramp here in front of the high school, New London High School is handicapped accessible, but it's certainly not convenient. Now, if there was a student on the whole other side of the school who wanted to go to the cafeteria, which was right here, he or she would have to get into a lift elevator, which would bring that person down to the loading dock on the other side of the school. Then that person would have to be wheeled around the school to get to this ramp and get into the cafeteria. Inside and outside, there's no easy way for students in wheelchairs or with other physical disabilities to get around. Bill Sadie's son is a student at the school.
Probably 2/3 of the building is not accessible to him or anyone else that has a disability.
Sadie, who was out of state, spoke to us on the phone. He's happy to see a new study by the Office of Civil Rights which lists improvements which need to be made beyond what Sadie's son needs.
It specifies primarily things that have to do with getting access to classrooms, the heights of various tables and chairs, and being able to have wheelchair accessibility.
Superintendent Dr. Nicholas Fisher is also happy to see the study, which he hopes will push the city to fund the needed changes. If the 40-year-old school isn't brought into compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, it could lose $7.8 million in federal funding.
That is a very substantial part of our funding for special needs students.
Improvements could cost $40 million, but the state would help pay for some of that. The city will be conducting an engineering study and will have to know by May what changes will be made. On the scene in New London, Tina Dettell, News 8.